if we can just make our requests, if we can just talk about things, but if we can just do so without the need to add this extra oomph on top of what we say, then that basically diffuses a potential confrontation, because when you add this extra on top of what you say, that puts a person in a defensive mindset.
What's happening, y'all? This is Mike D with Black Fathers Now, where we're bringing the village to the brothers. Every couple of weeks, you can look forward to a quick inspirational message or a thought-provoking guest with knowledge and wisdom, all geared towards helping you be the best father that you can be. We're bringing the village to you. Now it's your turn to do something with what you learned. All right, y'all. Let's go.
What up, fellas? This is Mike D with Black Fathers Now. And I hope y'all are out there making things happen, living your best life, and impacting the world in the best way possible. Using your gifts, using your talents, using your skills to make a difference, to leave things better than you found them. Every day should be about making sure that you're leaving something better than you found it. Leave something better than you found it. But, today's quick message, is pertaining to leaving things better than you found it. I'm going to talk a little bit about relationships. And in this talk, or in this quick snippet on relationships, we're really going to talk about communication. Because, as we think about leaving things better than we found them, think about relationships. Think about people. Think about who you interact with. And to be completely honest, when someone interacts with you, when they leave, are they better off? Or are they worse off? Or did nothing change based on you all's interaction? When you interact with someone, are things the same after? Are things better as they go on to do their thing? Or did your interaction cause things to be worse for them? And that's with anybody, any interaction, right? We should be intentional about everything that we do, that we're looking to make things better. But when you think about relationships or people that you interact with, we need to also have that same mindset. But we also need to not just think about that in a generic sense. We need to think about that in regards to the relationships that are closest to us. Our wife, our kids, our parents, our siblings, close friends, our frat brothers, our, those people who really have a genuine love and care for you, that you have a genuine love and care for. What about those interactions? Do you make the situation better, worse, or is it just pretty much staying the same? And as it pertains to communication and as it pertains to the relationships, one of the things that I've come to realize is this whole concept of the clapback. The clapback tends to lead to a crack in the foundation of your relationship. The clapback tends to lead to the crack in the foundation of your relationship. And what do I mean by that? A clapback. So, in essence, it's just another way of saying, kind of getting back at somebody, or I got to get you told, or I got to have the last word, or sometimes it's simply I just got to add a little something on top of what I just said, right? That literally constitutes a clapback, right? And I was thinking about this the other day in regards to my communication with my wife, and, when I communicate things straightforward and, just make a request or ask or just talk about something, things are typically solid. Things go left when I add a clapback, right? So if I make a simple request or make a comment about dinner, like, hey, what would you like for dinner tonight? Or what are you feeling for dinner? Just kind of leaving it there is cool, right? But if I ask, hey, what would you like for dinner? And I don't even know why I'm asking, because you can't make a decision, but I'm gonna ask anyway. That little part at the end is kind of like a clapback, and it's unnecessary. Think about that. I can just ask you, hey, what would you like for dinner, or what are you feeling for dinner tonight? That's cool. But if I add that extra stuff, if I put a little clapback on top of it, it's not simply what would you like for dinner, but man, what would you like for dinner? And I don't even know why I'm asking you, because you can't make a decision anyway. And I'm just asking to, throwing that extra stuff on top of it doesn't serve anybody well. That's like a clapback. That's like, I got to get the last word. I got to put something else on top of it, which then causes my wife to naturally get defensive. Like, I would get defensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she says something to me and she adds something on top of it, instead of me being able to just answer the question, my first response naturally is to get defensive. And so when we start thinking about our relationships, as we start thinking about our communications with each other, we have to be mindful of avoiding the clapback. I know it's hard though. Like, naturally, if somebody says something, or if you're feeling some kind of way, due to whatever's happening that day or in that moment, a lot of times we feel the need to, kind of get somebody told, or to, add a little something on top of what we say. But is that necessary? And one of the things that I'm coming to realize, and again, I ain't perfect. I mean, I'm a talker, and, when my emotions are this way or that way, sometimes I say stuff I don't need to say. I mean, I'm being 100% transparent here, right? But it made me think the other day in regards to the concept of the clapback. If we can just make our requests, if we can just talk about things, but if we can just do so without the need to add this extra oomph on top of what we say, then that basically diffuses a potential confrontation. Because when you add this extra on top of what you say, that puts a person in a defensive mindset. So then they automatically feel the need to have to defend themselves, as opposed to just answering the question or engaging in a conversation. So how do you diffuse, or how do you disarm a person in regards to some type of communication? I mean, honestly, not adding that clapback can help. I mean, because the thing is, if we constantly communicate, and if everything we communicate has something like a clapback or a little something extra added on top of it, or, well, I know you didn't want that anyway, or I don't even know why I'm asking, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, those things set the stage for someone to automatically become defensive. And think about that. Those are things that are like little cracks that start chipping away at a foundation. And we don't even realize it until something blows up. And then all of a sudden you're wondering where all this came from. But the reality is, for the last couple of years, it seems like the overwhelming majority of the conversations revolve around not just asking, not just making a statement, not just having a conversation, but it's making the statement, asking the question, having the conversation with a little something added on top of it. And again, you have to think about this. People are people, right? We're not perfect. And so our natural inclination is to be defensive. So why do we set the stage for, creating an environment, or creating a platform for that person that you're in a relationship with, or that person that you're communicating with, to have to automatically be defensive? Again, the clapback can lead to a crack in the foundation of your relationship. And we just got to be mindful of that. And so fellas, I mean, it would be interesting to kind of get your feedback on this, because to be completely honest, I think this is something that a lot of us need to be mindful of. Now, we got to be honest. Our ladies need to hear this too, because the clapback does put us in defensive mindsets as well, right? But I think it starts with us. I mean, this is Black Fathers Now, so I'm talking to the brothers here. And so what are your thoughts there? Can the clapback lead to the crack in your foundation of the relationship that you're in? Is that possible? Because for me, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? That is a little thing that chips at the relationship. But then I have to do a deep dive evaluation. Why do I always feel the need to add a little something extra? Why can't I just leave it as it is? Like, it's like this thing inside of you that says, oh, I got to get her told. Oh, nope, this is my opportunity. It's like that thing. Like, again, you have to express yourself. You have to get things out. I understand that. But there's a proper time and place for everything. And as it pertains to our relationships, if we're looking to grow in our relationships, if we're looking to be the best that we can be, because to be completely honest, if we have a strong relationship, that can serve as a foundation for us to then be free to go and be the best that we can be. But if we don't hone in and nurture our relationships in every way possible, that then will restrict us from growth in other aspects of our lives, because we have to divert so much energy and attention to fixing issues here that we can't go and seek and produce and build and take advantage of opportunities over there. So again, I want y'all to think about that. The clapback can potentially lead to the crack in the foundation of your relationship. So what's the need for the clapback? Why do I feel the need to have a clapback in my communication? And how do I stop doing that and really just get to the point of having communication, having back and forth, engaging in dialogue, but not having this thing where I feel the need to get that person told? Think about that, fellas. And I want to get your feedback. Again, this is something that I came to realize the other day, and I think that it might be something that would that could benefit the brothers listening to just really be mindful of. Again, Black Fathers Now is about bringing the village to the brothers, insight, inspiration, and wisdom. Sometimes it's just a thought-provoking concept that maybe you just need to be reflective on. You know what I'm saying? Just to think about, how can I do this better, in my life, in my relationship? Because this is really self-development, personal development. It's all about us being the best men that we can be. Because if we're the best men that we can be, the byproduct is, we start becoming better fathers, better husbands, better businessmen, better leaders, better sons, brothers, friends. I mean, we become better all around when we start to do this deep dive internally to want to be better. So think about it, fellas, and let me know what you think. Definitely reach out, blackfathersnow@gmail.com. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. React on social media, share it, engage in some dialogue here. Is there something to this? Is the clapback a potential crack in the foundation to your relationship? All right. Make sure to follow Black Fathers Now on social media, all the different platforms. Visit blackfathersnow.com. Subscribe via all your, podcasting, listening platforms. And make sure to leave some ratings, some comments, and share. And until next time, y'all be blessed, well, and wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace.
Yo, fellas, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And always visit blackfathersnow.com, as well as follow Black Fathers Now on virtually every social media platform you can think of. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Just follow us and engage with us, man. Look forward to hearing from you. And I guess until next time, I'll holler at you. Peace.